For Port Augusta's Lincoln Gap project, as the second stage is given the green light, while Port Augusta residents are on high alert after a spike in the number of break-ins to homes.
This is Southern Cross News with Abby Donaldson.
Good evening. The second stage of Port Augusta's Lincoln Gap wind farm has been given the green light, with its developer securing a multi-million-dollar finance deal. The next phase will add an additional 86 megawatts of power capacity to the 126 megawatts currently under construction.
On the Air Highway, 15 kilometres outside of Port Augusta, the $480 million Lincoln Gap wind farm is gaining power. Financial closure of the second stage of the project means an additional 24 wind turbines will be constructed, increasing the farm's size by 86 megawatts.
So the total capacity with all the turbines installed will be 212 megawatts.
The $160 million finance deal and subsequent expansion of the project means once completed, the wind farm could be powering a large part of regional South Australia.
That translates into about 155,000 households.
Turbines, towers and blades for Stage 1 have already reached the site, with the first fully functioning wind turbine due to be erected by the end of this year. But Nexus Energy already have plans to grow the site even further.
There's a substantial more room to add additional wind capacity, as well as solar is something we'll also look at.
Up to 140 workers are needed for the ongoing construction process, and Nexus Energy says the Port Augusta community will reap huge economic benefits. Garth Burley, Southern Cross News.
As the world marvels at Sanjeev Gupta's grand steel plans, Whyalla is also set for a diversification of its local economy. A new horticulture centre will be built in the industrial estate, while a new organic waste facility is set to be constructed.
Yesterday was a landmark day for Whyalla and its steelworks.
Fantastic day. It was a celebration, really. You could see the relief wash over the crowd of people.
Wondering what was going to happen next. Now we've got something incredibly tangible.
It was also a big day for local business. Whyalla will also host a horticulture greenhouse built by Chinese firm BECE. The $145 million facility will be powered by solar panels and is considered viable even without dry conditions.
With our limited rainfall in Whyalla, they'll be capturing all that rainfall and utilising that in their plant.
Also coming to town is an organic recycling compound built by renowned gardening firm Peat Soils. It could be operational as soon as next year.
They're envisaging being operational by mid-2019.
The diversification is music to the Chamber of Commerce's ears.
Potential expansion of businesses, bringing new businesses into this community, which again brings employment.
Combined with the new hotel, the trio will create around 100 new jobs. While it isn't the highest figure, Mr. Cowley says there are other aspects of the local economy that'll benefit.
On the construction jobs, obviously they will be important because they will give us this immediacy of a boost to the economy of Whyalla.
John Hunt, Southern Cross News.
South Australian police are on a mission this week to nab distracted drivers. Patrols will be cracking down on motorists using their mobile phones while behind the wheel. If caught, the fine is almost $400 and 3 demerit points. It comes as a timely reminder to stay safe on our roads this Christmas season. Operation Distraction will run until Friday. Unfortunately, with the lead up to Christmas comes scammers working hard to steal money and gifts. Everyone is being urged to remain vigilant with scams coming through phone calls, texts, emails and social media. Some victims have already lost thousands of dollars. Scammers often claim to work for government organisations or telecommunications companies and can convincingly rob you of your money and personal details. If you think you've been targeted, report it to police or seek advice from a tech expert. Port Augusta residents are on high alert after a spike in the number of break-ins to homes. The last month has also seen a number of cars stolen by thieves, forcing authorities to put out a timely home security message.
This brand new 2018 Ford Ranger, decked out with all the best accessories, is Robert Murdoch's pride and joy. But just last week, he woke in the morning to find the $70,000 vehicle was gone from the driveway.
Someone broke into our house and stole our set of keys off of our Ford Ranger, and it went missing.
Thieves broke into his home in the middle of the night while he and his wife were sleeping only metres away.
They come in while we're sleeping, that's the scariest bit.
Fortunately, due to the power of social media, the car was recovered a few days later, unlike a number of vehicles which have been stolen in the area over the last month.
I've had a few isolated incidents around Port Augusta and Stirling North where there's been various break-ins to homes or vehicles.
The surge of break-ins means police are urging locals to be extra vigilant around their homes, and especially Christmas time, where people are likely to have presents in their house or in the boot of their cars.
Keep your house doors locked, keep your cars locked overnight, put your cars away in garages where possible.
Robert has forked out nearly $2,000 to install CCTV cameras to prevent further incidents, and is advising others to upgrade their home security.
It's worth every cent. What's a life worth? You can't put a price on it.
If you notice anything suspicious, contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Garth Burley, Southern Cross News.
Still to come tonight, a local school gets ready to hit the high notes at their annual music concert.
The buying power of the world's biggest sports retailer. The service, advice and expertise that gets you the best result. And exclusive offers that no other store can provide. For everything sport, there's only one place. Intersport Port Fairy in Port Augusta.
At Elders Insurance Whyalla, we're not just a voice over the phone. We are someone you can talk to face. Someone to walk you through and understand the right policy for you. We are people just like you. Elders Insurance Whyalla.
Whatever stage in life you're at, Spencer Mitsubishi has the car for you. With test drives and same-day finance available on the entire Mitsubishi range, come in and see Spencer Mitsubishi Port Pirie. You'll be glad you did.
The way we engage, consume, create and manage our lives has changed. Ours is a world on demand. So why should the way we study be any different? Discover a more connected way of building your career with degrees designed specifically for online learning. The University of South Australia Online. Study on demand.
Pirie Office National do computers, printers, stationery, furniture and more, but did you know they also offer business printing? From labels to letterheads, books to brochures, spectacular quality and lightning delivery. For professional printing made easy, get into
Office National.
Solomon's, Whyalla's flooring experts are now the indoor and outdoors blind and shutter professionals. Phone for an in-home measure. Roller blinds, zip screens, vertical blinds, plantation shutters. Sensational news, Whyalla. Ready-made curtains are in stock at Solomon's. Solomon's, going forward with Whyalla.
Rosewarne Power Sports, presenting the #1 Sea-Doo personal watercraft range. Come in and discover the right Sea-Doo for you. Rosewarne Power Sports, Goyder Street, Kadina.
Hello again. Two Whyalla sisters with muscular dystrophy have finally received a brand new van after years of fundraising. The new vehicle will make their regular car trips a smoother and safer experience.
For Sian and Zia Westerman, the quality of their vehicle is paramount. Both have muscular dystrophy, which means their car has to meet specific requirements.
We're in wheelchairs full time, so we need a vehicle that supports our needs.
Their previous van, bought in the mid-2000s, was in need of replacement. After years of saving and fundraising, the girls now have the car they need. It has a number of features that'll make their journey easier.
The van has a mechanical ramp and has seatbelts in it to buckle our wheelchairs down so we don't fall over when turning corners.
It cost over $80,000 in purchasing and remodelling. Both Sian and Zia raised the money over a 5-year period. They also secured $49,000 from the state government when former Premier Jay Weatherill visited in 2016.
I couldn't believe it. I think we were all in shock. But it was amazing. It helped us tremendously. We did a lot of fundraising.
Now with the van in their possession, they're ready to hit the road.
Going to be a lot of road trips ahead. I can see it now, travelling to Port Augusta as a family.
John Hunt, Southern Cross News.
Port Lincoln shark cage diving operators are finally seeing sharks again around the Neptune Islands. Sharks are wild and unpredictable creatures, and last month operators and tourists grew frustrated with almost no sightings. But maybe the sharks are enjoying the warmer temperatures. With December underway, there's already been about 3 great whites spotted each trip. The extra sightings are a welcomed boost just in time for summer, with a busy tourist season ahead. The weather gods were kind to the rescheduled Whyalla pageant at the weekend. Dry conditions greeted the thousands of families who lined up for the occasion. Community groups and sports clubs got creative with their float designs, but they were all here for one thing: to see Santa Claus himself. And he certainly didn't disappoint, bringing smiles to all the boys and girls. Another great pageant success. Well, students from a Broken Hill High School will be performing a wide selection of songs at their annual music concert tomorrow night. The kids from Williama High have been rehearsing for over half a year in preparation for the big night.
Last-minute rehearsals before the big night.
So it is a tradition here at Williama High School that we have a concert under the sails every year towards the end of the year.
Williama's Under the Sails concert brings together the school's best musical talent from Year 7 through to 12. 22 acts are pencilled in for tomorrow night, each more varied than the last.
Come down, support our kids, watch some great performances, take some photos, embarrass them later at their 21st birthdays.
And the students say they are not nervous about performing in front of their friends, family and teachers.
I feel excited. That's how I feel most of the time, really. It's really fun playing for people a lot of the time, so I get a kick off of that stuff most of the time. I'm like, yeah.
It's a great experience as someone who has both watched and played in this concert before. It's really fun, and the amount of talent that you see in the young people at our school is amazing, honestly.
The Under the Sails concert gets underway tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
So tomorrow night, all the students at Williama, all of the music students are going to be performing. So we've got each of the classes doing a class act, and then we have a whole bunch of solo pieces. Solo for violin, for guitar, for piano, so a wide range of stuff.
Patrick Royenke, Southern Cross News.
Stay with us after the break. We'll take a look back at the biggest moments of 2018 in the mid-north, and we're in for some stormy weather this week with temperatures set to plummet too. I'll have all the local weather details soon.
Hi and welcome to this week's Gentech Grain Report.
Widespread rainfall this week across the east coast is set to bring relief to the in-trouble sorghum areas in the north, whilst causing harvest delays and quality concerns in the south. Western Australia's harvest rolled through at a cracking pace last week, and production forecasts are starting to be lifted as Albany and Esperance go full swing. Macro issues continue to play a part in commodity markets, and a big USDA report out tonight may provide further volatility into the typically benign Christmas break.
The Gentech Grain Report, powered by iGrain. Check out how grain prices are going across the country. Tune in to the Gentech Grain Report every Tuesday night during the 6 p.m. news.
iTeeth Whyalla. Intelligent dental solutions.
Harry's Camping Supplies and Caravan Repairs. We've got four-wheel drive accessories, camping furniture, all your fishing supplies, Penn, Abu Garcia, Berkeley, Ugly Stick and much more. Check out our Weber Q range. Your adventure begins with us. Harry's Camping Supplies and Caravan Repairs Whyalla.
Piri Blind and Canvas Centre is the place to go for custom-made vinyl and security doors, interior and exterior blinds including roller shutters, and the new Zip Screen Ultra in windscreen and electric. You'll find the perfect complement to your home. Call today for your free no-obligation quote.
When we look out our window and see the majestic Flinders, the sparkling Spencer Gulf, and the new city developments, it makes us wonder how we got so lucky. Lavis Real Estate. We love our town.
Gentech generators are built tough. Great on the big jobs, yet smooth enough for the delicate jobs, and ready to stand up in an emergency situation. Get power you can trust. Get a Gentech generator.
There are rules that affect what you see on television. These rules cover program classifications. When you see certain programs, advertising, as well as the presentation of news and current affairs, they are part of the Code of Practice for commercial television. If you'd like a copy of the code, Visit our website for more information, or write or call us at Free TV Australia.
Hello again. Well, the finals of Broken Hill Tennis were played last week with some new champions being crowned. Patrick Reinke joins us now from the local courts. And Pat, your A-grade team got the win.
Yeah, that's right, Abby. My beloved Topspins walked away with the chocolates on Thursday night after we downed volleys in the Open A final. The night was very hot, but we all got through it. My partner Steve Gleeson and I got the job done over Kyron Slee and Andrew Malloy 3-1. And in the Division 1 final, Tidvalle were far too strong for Mac Black, recording a clean sweep of sets. Staying with tennis and in Port Pirie, Trinity Red had an easy game against Port Pirie Association, and Trinity Gold downed Risdon Uniting 4-2. Moving over to basketball now, and in Port Augusta, Titans bested Cobras 54-30, and Eagles closed the gap between them and league leaders Wildcats with a tight 3-point win. In Port Lincoln, Sharks got over Lincoln South, Packers Yellow maintained top spot against Packers Green, and Waybacks won by 8 over Rangers White. Back to Port Pirie now, and there were two one-sided matchups. The Mighty Ducks beat Tomcats by 22, while Pacers smashed the Globetrotters by 30. Lastly, in Whyalla, Roos got a good win, and Wildcats made it 8 straight victories after downing Titans. Finishing off with some Port Pirie baseball, and Panthers had to play a double header on Friday night. They lost their first game to the Tigers with Jake Brooks on fire with 3 hits from 3 at-bats. Luckily, the Panthers bounced back in the second game to beat Cats by 2 runs. So Abby, even with Christmas fast approaching, there's still plenty of sport happening around the regions.
Thanks, Pat. Now, drought, job cuts and murder mysteries have tested the Mid-North in 2018, but amidst the adversity, the community has managed to grow and inspire, sharing their stories of hardship, generosity and determination.
A secure future and a new chapter in the history books of Port Pirie.
And this decision, this moment today, gives us an opportunity to realise that ambition for the future of this town and this region.
Clinging to the side of the boat, a few Good Samaritans helped the pair out before SES crews arrived around 10:30 this morning.
2 sisters from Port Pirie have been selected to represent Australia in a softball tournament in Japan later this year.
It could be some child that sees this, that goes on one day and becomes a scientist and works out what to do with it all later on.
Named the league's MVP.
Probably one of the most valuable awards that I've won. It just seems really meaningful and I feel really, really humbled.
Australia is a diverse country and I feel as though the world should see that.
He's influenced so much by those people that helped him at a really young age. He said, I want to do the same thing, but he didn't get rich. So the only thing he could offer was free haircuts.
Port Pirie Police are seeking information from the public following the murder of 49-year-old Rory Elliott at Talawi Beach last Friday.
Nearly 2,500 sheep died aboard a ship used in Western Australia.
Parts of Wallaroo were sent into lockdown once again as police continue their search for a 37-year-old man wanted for serious offences.
Take gay male youth, they make up about 5% of the population, but they account for about 40% of the suicides.
A more than 4-decade mystery now finally resolved.
Tarawi is the second regional town to be rocked by a cold case unravelling in just the span of a few weeks.
Because it's not the answer that gets you the Nobel Prize, it's the question.
120 jobs from Port Pirie's lead smelter are set to be cut.
Deep underground is a deposit of iron ore estimated to be worth tens of millions. The shop's tenant was heard calling for help and was lucky to make it out of the building in time.
The story of this community, the story of hard work, the story of resilience, the story of people who are so passionate about their land and the place that they belong to.
What a beautiful montage. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the weather. Well, it was an absolute scorcher around parts of the Gulf today. Port Augusta reaching a sweltering top of 39 degrees. Port Pirie a very hot 37. On the satellite, thick cloud across much of SA with a trough is producing some rain in the state's south and causing rain to develop in the east later. Skies are clearer in the northeast under a weak ridge of high pressure. As for your Wednesday, see southerly shifting southwesterly winds increasing between 20 and 25 knots. Seas at 1.5 metres with a southwesterly swell, and sunrise will be at 6:01 tomorrow. We're in for a stormy day tomorrow. Thunderstorms forecast for all centres except for Broken Hill, and it's going to remain very warm. Port Augusta reaching a max of 35 degrees, Whyalla and Port Pirie 32. Well, temps will drop a fair bit on Thursday. Windy and wet conditions forecast to end the week for Port Lincoln and Cleve. Cloudy in Woodner for Friday, 21 the top, and milder temps in the odd shower forecast for Saturday. Further up the Gulf, those thunderstorms are going to hang around into Thursday, but it is going to cool down dramatically with temps in the low 20s. Windy, wet conditions forecast for Friday as well. Whyalla just 19 the top, and scattered showers forecast for Saturday too. Port Pirie and Clare can expect to see those storms continue on Thursday, but it will be much cooler. Clare reaching a max of just 17. Broken Hill will see that wet and windy weather come in on Thursday, and again a shower here or there forecast for Saturday. And that's all the local news this Tuesday. Thanks for your company. I'll leave you tonight with the best and brightest Christmas lights from Port Pirie. Enjoy.